Thanks for having me too.
So if you have a question, you can still send it in via text on WhatsApp 0244 340437. Before the conversation with Cassandra ends, we'll also open the phone lines for you to call on 0302 216 541 so she can answer your questions via phone as well. Also, you can tweet at us at Joy997FM and go on our Facebook page Joy99.7FM. The hashtag is JoySMS. That's what I used to think before. Before we go on, Passionair has commenced operations in the Ghanaian domestic airline market with 3 daily flights to Kumasi and soon to Tamale and Takrady. Fly with us and experience the passion of flying with excellent customer service, sufficient legroom and on-time departures. Yes, I need that sufficient legroom. Come on board with amazing fares starting from 250 cedis one way and 402 cedis return to Kumasi. Visit us at flypassionair.com or call us on our toll-free 0800 221 221 or visit a travel agency near you for your reservations. You can also book and make online payments with MasterCard, Visa, mobile money and pay at ADB branches nationwide. Life is nothing without passion. Fly with Passionair and experience the passion. Passionair, Aquaba. Now open an ADB account today, send your name and account number to your relations abroad, ask them to use MoneyGram Direct to Account service and receive money in your account in minutes. With MoneyGram Direct to Account service, there is no PIN code wahala. You can access your money on all ATMs in Ghana or send it to any mobile money wallet using ADB mobile banking app or *767#. Visit our website, Facebook or call our hotline 0302 210 210 for more. ADB, truly a Greek and more. Now, Presence Ministries under the leadership of Bernard Awankwa presents celebration of His Grace Live Concert 2018. The date is 23rd September 2018. Venue is National Theatre. Time is 5 p.m. Rate is 30 Ghana cedis and 50 Ghana cedis. You can get the tickets here at Joy FM or call 0244 614933. Come enjoy the ministration of TY Crew Multimedia Choir Nidowuna, Edith Marfo, Edwin Datson, Selassie Osborne, Divine Mercy Choir, and so many others. Now, Africa is full of potential. People are getting things done. Businesses are on the rise, and Absa Group is tapping into this can-do spirit. As one of the largest companies listed on the GES Top 40 Index on Africa's largest stock exchange, Absa Group delivers award-winning expertise to enable people and businesses to realize their possibilities daily. Absa Group proudly serving Ghana as Barclays. For more, visit absa.africa. So let's get to our conversation with Cassandra Chum Ampofo. Good morning again, Cassandra.
Good morning, Daniel.
So today we want to make it a straightforward engagement with you and the listeners, the millions of people listening to us out there. I'll begin with the text messages and then we'll pick phone calls. If there are any follow-up questions, we'll go ahead with that. The first question is from Ruben Sa. He says, Daniel, the *713*24# used in purchasing cereal for checking placement isn't working. I've tried purchasing the cereal several times, but to no avail. And also ask the GES why they've cancelled the re-entry system. So the first one, you've seen challenges with the short code?
Yes, let me first say good morning to your cherished listeners. I must say that we have a slight challenge with the USSD code. That's the *713*24#. And that is the reason why we have given the codes the physical codes to all post offices in the country and then all rural banks. And I know that a lot of the internet cafes have also gone for them to sell to other people. And so that's the situation of the USSD code for now.
Okay, so you cannot use the USSD code now.
If you can, but a lot of people are having a challenge, and so you can now. It's out there. You can go and buy with your money.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Why is the re-entry system not working?
Yes, re-entry is basically was an opportunity for students who had stayed home. The policy said if you had stayed home for the past 3 years, you can then fill the form and then get into the senior high school. The new policy that came up was that we wanted those who were at home to also refresh their minds and then better their grades. And so to come in, because of the free SHS policy, to come back into the system, you would have to reset. And so that is the reason why for this year and then last year, they had opportunity to register for private BEC. And so those who registered in November last year sat in February this year, and they have been part of the placements this year.
Okay, so the re-entry is working?
So no. Now re-entry is no more. The new policy is that if you want to come back into our system, that's the senior high school system, you have to reset the private BEC, and then you'll be captured in the years.
So for you to do it, you have to use a private BEC route?
Yes.
Okay.
The re-entry is just a form that they filled. So even if you had stayed home for over 4 years, you only have to come and fill a form, and then you submit, and then you are good to go. But this time, you are saying that 4 years at home, just study, reset, refresh your mind, get, all the knowledge and all of it, because you'll be studying, and then you can come into the system. It will help you yourself.
But why? So why was the change made?
And that's the reason I have given to you now.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so that was the reason, so that persons can learn again, and it will help students.
And again, to be able to plan and get to know the numbers. When we have a lot of people who had completed school out there, you never can tell the exact numbers, because when they are home, some may have been absorbed by the system by learning a trade, some may have traveled, some may have decided to do other things. So it's difficult to really get the numbers to know and then submit to the ministry to be able to plan, because now it is free SHS. They need to know the figures so that they can budget for. So if we ask them to register, then we get to know that last year or this year, for instance, we had over 11,000 of them registering, plus those who also sat for the regular one, 509. So you are able to give accurate numbers to the ministry to also plan properly. You cannot plan when you don't have any figure in mind. And so when they are out there, it's difficult. But when they register, you are able to have an idea of the people that you'll be budgeting for and prepare for.
Okay, let's move to the next question from Nelly in Adenta. Good morning, Daniel. Please, my question to GES is, how do I know my ward has been admitted and placed in a school? We have not received any notification of her admission, and school reopens next week. What do we do?
Thank you. The result or the placement was released 3 days ago, and we have given them some steps, and I would run by you the steps. You have to first get a code, and then you log on to www.cssps.gov.gh. And then when the portal is opened, you have to enter your 10-digit index number. And then you add 18. The 18 clearly indicates that you completed in 2018, but you only add the 18, making the digit 12. And then on the portal, we also have a space where you enter the details of the code that you have, the PIN code. Once you have done that, you click on submit, and then your placement will pop up. But if you have not been placed, you will get a message, sorry, you have not been placed, or you did not get any of your 5 choices. And you have to proceed to the self-placement model. And on the self-placement model, we have uploaded schools with vacancies. After the automatic placement, we had vacancies in some of the schools. And so that has been uploaded. When you get to the self-placement model, we have the region, the program, the school, and then the residential preference. And so when you click on, for example, Greater Accra, you have Greater Accra schools with vacancies popping up for you. And then you have to make a firm decision or a clear decision as to which of the schools that you want. And Daniel, at this point, I'd want to advise that if your ward is unpleased, please find time and then go through the schools with your ward and decide which one to choose. I'm saying that because if you do not do that and then you click on submit and the Placement is generated for you. You cannot change your school. Last year we had issues where parents would come. Oh, we went when we were not around, and then they went and a cafe attendant helped them to choose the schools and all of that. This time we are saying that please find time and go through. You can, if you have internet at home, on your laptop or probably on your Android phone, you can go through, or you can even go to the cafe. But the point is, do not leave the selection to your ward or the cafe attendant alone. Be close, and then go through the schools. If you are not sure, you can close the page, go home, because the code that you have even bought, you can use the code for 3 times. So if you are not sure, just close the page and then think about the schools well. If you rush and click on submit and we generate your placement form for you, you cannot change the school.
Okay. Now, it's Miracle from Kumasi says, I bought the CSSPS checkup pin yesterday around 1 p.m., but up till now, I haven't received the pin yet. The money was deducted. And, okay, he's asking how many times the pin can be used. That's 3 times. That has been answered. Yeah, so for that concern.
Yes, so if the money has been deducted, we have received such complaints, and so they are either sending the codes to them, or where there's difficulty, they are also sending the monies back to them. Some have received their monies, and so if he has not, he should hold on to it. He will definitely receive the code or the refund of the money.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are these limited to a certain part of the country?
No.
These complaints are coming from across the country.
Well, yes, I've gone round.
Okay.
I've heard them, and then on our social media handles too, we've been getting.
How soon are they receiving? Miracle from Kumasi, for instance, how soon is he going to receive his response? Because again, reopening time is beckoning.
That is his problem now is the code.
Yes.
Yes, and so I would advise for now that instead of him waiting for the code, definitely we would sort it out. But instead of him waiting for a refund of the money or even the code, it's keeping long. He can then get to a nearby cafe, or he's in Kumasi, right?
Yes.
Yes. So Kumasi, I know that any of the post office or even at the regional education office, I know he can get there and then get one of the form codes to be able to get onto the portal and then check the placement.
But then again, the unfairness would be if they send him a pin and it's not the refund that they send him, then he's used it. May seem like a small amount, but then he's used it again.
Yes, you are right. So we'll still look at it. We'll look at it.
What's the assurance that these challenges that are coming up are being dealt with as quickly as possible?
You know, we have our technical men on standby, and I called them. I didn't sleep last night. Just calling them to... And every moment I call them to find out how the server was like, how the system was being, and then the codes, because I'm getting complaints myself, and they have assured me that they are working on it. All those whose monies have been deducted, they were going to get a refund or they'll give them the codes. But I have told them again, your concern, Daniel, that it has to be fast so that everything will run smoothly.
Well, Iradia here in Jaso has sent a message about the short code, the mobile short code, yes. And I think we've dealt with that, yes, saying that there are challenges with the short code, but try another avenue, because though the short code is working for some, there are challenges with that one. We'll touch a bit on that before we go. But a little girl in my area got grade 30 and was not given a school. What's the fate of this girl and others who find themselves in the same situation? Bafo from Kumasi. Is this the the self-placement system that you were talking about?
Yes. So once she went onto the portal and found that she has not been placed, she should have proceeded to the self-placement model, at least to have an idea of the schools available for her. You know, what we have done this time is that the schools that will pop up for such a lady who had aggregate 30 will not be the same as the schools that will pop up for somebody who had maybe aggregate 15. Yes, so last year
grouped them.
We have grouped them.
How is that grouping done?
Oh, based on the grades, the grade range.
So I mean, how are the schools chosen?
Okay, you have the 10 regions on the portal.
Okay.
So you click on Ashanti region and then the school. Your index number. We have your index number. It's in the system because WAEC has given us your details. So when you log in your index number, we know already the system identifies your grade by itself. Mm-hmm. And we get to know that you have gotten aggregate 30.
Yeah, I mean, what I'm asking about how the school's chosen is that if I get 15 and there's a select number of schools that are available to me, how do you choose the number of schools that are available to someone who got grade 15 and as opposed to someone who got grade 30?
Yes, but you will not see the grade 30 students or candidate will not see those schools. The particular schools will pop up for you.
Are you going to use only grade A schools for people who got 15, grade B schools for people who got 30?
They are mixed up. They are schools with vacancy. It can be any other school from category A, B, C, D.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. All right, we need to move on. My name is Kelvin from Accra. I'd like to draw the attention of the double track system to how the hustle is for the workforce of this country. Parents literally work around the clock and won't be able to stay at home with their children. Does the double track have any plan to keep the students busy learning a trade or being assigned to a firm to practice classroom activities? So this is about the double track system.
Yes, plans are underway to ensure that even with those that will be going on the 8th of November, that's the gold track, when they go to school for their prospectus and then go through the admission process, we'll give them some academic handles, materials, so that when they come back home, they would have something to read, some assignments to work, and then they wouldn't feel bored. And then the parent will also know that the child or the ward has something to do. And we are also working hard to ensure that even at home, once we have their details, once a while we'll give them a call to find out how they are faring with the assignment that has been given to them. I mean, for them to also know that they are part, just that they are waiting for their other colleagues to be off, and then they would come back. And so we have plans to keep the students engaged whilst home.
So they would go to school on the 11th of September to register and come home?
Yes, they will go. Even from today's Thursday.
Yeah, today's Thursday.
So maybe from tomorrow, anyone who has printed the placement form can decide to go to the school.
Both green and gold track?
Both green and gold track to begin your admission process.
Okay.
Because you have to go, they'll open a file for you, enter your details and all of that. And if your uniforms, your books and all of that are ready, you can go for them and then you come home for the green session to also continue.
Okay, so when you come home, that is when you believe that with the academic materials and the regular phone calls.
Yes, when they come home. So we are hoping that before after they go through the admission process, we will give them that pack to come home, and then it will get them or keep them engaged.
Okay. Do you think it will be enough? I mean, the academic materials and the phone calls.
Well, yes, we have given them something, and I keep saying that education is a shared responsibility. Once your ward is also at home, it is your responsibility as a parent to also ensure that he or she studies. Even if we do not even give any material, there are also books. I know some parents who have bought books. They have given the books to their wards to read and all of. So the parent has a role. We also have a role.
Okay. It's like vacation, basically, isn't it? Okay, so I would move on and I'll go to this question. Interesting one here. My daughter scored a grade 15 to read general arts. Surprisingly, she's been given her fourth choice school. List the choices: Ebri Girls, Kumasi Anglican SHS, Kumasi Wesley Girls, Bekwai Wesley Girls, and Yasantwa SHS Day. So she was given 1, 2, 3, 4. Bekwai Wesley Girls is the school that you'll be given. What's the answer to that one?
Well, candidates are placed on merits. They are placed on, we use three. We have the merits, the course, and then the residential preference. And so the computer algorithm is run in such a way that the grades. Let me give you a clear example. A school like Yasantwa Senior High School, and then you have chosen to pursue general arts. So the computer ran from the highest grade. So this particular lady had aggregate 15.
Mm-hmm.
So it means that for the course, the general arts, it runs and gets to the last end.
But it's the raw scores that are used, right?
No, we use the grade, and where there's a tie, we use the raw score.
Oh, okay.
So we have aggregate 6, the highest grade moving. So where we have space 7, 8, and then we'll move on. But again, you also have to consider the space that Yasantua can also accommodate. Not all students that choose Yasantua can get into Yasantua. This time, the double track has gotten a lot of intake. But when you end there, or when you fall off your first choice, you would have to come to your second choice. If your grade is good, you would displace somebody who even chose your second choice as the first choice. At first, you come to your second choice and you compete with all those who chose your second choice as their first choice. But this time, if your grade is good, you displace them. But if it is not, you run with them. And if the grade is not strong enough, it moves on. So on that same metric, it moves to the third, to the fourth, and then to the fifth. And that is where we finish and somebody will not get a school. That is based on merit. You will not get any school to match with your performance.
So with aggregate 15, she fell through Ebri Girls, Kumasi Anglican, Kumasi Wesley Girls, and landed on Bekwai Wesley Girls.
Because of the course, it is even possible that even with the same aggregate 15, somebody might have gotten her first choice, Ebri Girls. Because, for example, if you chose science and then general arts, which I know these two courses are very competitive. And this year, I tell you, the general arts program was like something else. A lot of them chose general arts. And so for such a course, it's easy for you to fall off depending on the grade that you had. And with that same grade 15, somebody can get a Bri Girls, maybe a visual arts course or a business course. That is not being, the students do not choose.
It's not very competitive because too many people have not and a lot of people have chosen those programs.
Yes. Okay. So depending on your program.
Why did we switch from raw scores to aggregate?
When we were using the aggregates, the raw score, for example, we had a number of people also falling off their first choice because we are expecting that you get maybe 100% for the 6 score. We use the 4 core subjects and then 2 best, making 6. So if it's 100, 100, 100, it's 600. But somebody, if I give you a range between 80 to 900 is 1. So somebody with 100 throughout would get 600. Somebody with 90 is also at 1. So you have 6 ones, but the 100 score, raw score will be higher than somebody who also had 6 ones with 90 or 85. So first when we're running, you begin with the 600. Look at the number of people that would get the 600. And then you come down to maybe 599. So you realize that people with good grades, a number of them were falling off. So now we are saying that no, to get a lot of people on board, let's make it great. So if it is 6 throughout, and then it moves. So
but aren't the raw scores the determinants of the good grades?
You know what? We use the raw score when there is a tie. Because we wanted a lot of people to also come on board. Either than that, we would have gotten very good grades falling off. Daniel, when we were doing the raw score, a school like Wesley Girls, you get good people or good students having 9 ones or whatever ones with high percentage, 100%. And then if somebody also has 9 ones, 80%, just calculate, sum it up.
Right.
So you have them occupying the space and leaving. So that's when we said that those days we were saying pass no way. You have your 6, correct 6, 9 ones, and yet you just can't get into the school. Now it is great. Every 6 is 6, but we only when there's a tie.
Okay.
Yes.
It's 7 minutes to the top of the hour here on the Super Morning Show. Enjoy 99.7 FM. This morning you are interviewing Cassandra Chum Amfofo. I'm talking about you listening. Your questions are being put to her. You can send them in on 0244 340 437, and you can also tweet at us at Joy997 FM. Go on our Facebook page, Joy99.7 FM. We'll take these important messages, and when we come back, there is more. Stay with us.
What's your thing? A high baller, always after the bigger picture. Living your life in boardrooms, transiting through VIP lounges into first or business class. Sipping on some whey while flipping through pages of FT and Bloomberg. What's your thing? Your life is busy and your schedule is crazy. But when you can make some time, you try to unwind with some jazz or high life, over some drinks with friends, but the business talk never ends, even at the bar. Live the life you love on the go with the Stanbic Bank mobile app. Stanbic Bank, moving forward.
From the capital city of Ghana, let Airpeace seamlessly connect you to the beautiful lands of the west coast of Africa through the tourist islands of Banjul, the peninsular ambience of Dakar, the captivating coasts of Monrovia, the commercial city of Lagos, and the seat of power, Abuja. From the 2nd of September 2018.
Fly Airpeace from Accra to Banjul, Dakar, Monrovia, Lagos, and Abuja.
Our flights and cabin crew are professional, courteous, and fun.
Check in 2 pieces of free luggage totaling 30 kg in economy and 40 kg in business class, and earn Peace points anytime you fly Airpeace.
For bookings, log on to flyairpeace.com or visit Kotoka International Airport, Accra, or travel agents nationwide.
Airpeace, your peace, our goal.
Yeah. You better watch my moves. You're playing with a champion. You're not concentrated.
Too much wahala, my brother.
Tell me about it.
I couldn't even leave chop money with my wife this morning.
And you still want 6 children?
Why not? My father had 10.
Yeah, it's hard for all of us, but I manage better.
With your 2 children?
Yes, and I am saving and keeping them in school. You couldn't afford even trotro fare.
Hey, so you want to insult me as well?
Yeah, please come.
Is there a problem?
Please.
Okay, I'm coming. What's wrong?
Yeah, I'm not feeling well at all.
So is the baby coming?
Not yet.
Okay, I'll go back to the taxi station then.
Mr. Becky says she has been talking to you.
About what?
Family planning. She wants a break after this baby.
I've told her. I want 6 children. She has 2 more to go. Kwame.
How is your wife?
Not good. The nurse said she needed a break after this baby.
Please allow her for the sake of her health and your family.
Let me call her now. Hello?
Yeah. Please take me to the hospital.
Thankfully, Becky was fine. Yao Bekun agreed to go with her to the family planning clinic. The nurse went through a range of family planning methods. Implants for up to 5 years, IUD for up to 10 years, and other short-term methods.
IUD?
Yes, we can try it for 5 years.
Agreed.
Oh, I'm so glad we came.
Yo, you're back. Yes, I'm back. My wife just delivered a bouncy baby boy, and I dropped them at home. I have decided to practice family planning and space my children.
That's great news. Hip, hip, hip.
Hooray! Good life. It's an everyday thing. This is brought to you by Ghana Health Service, USAID, and partners.
Every day, we wait for so many things. We wait for the bus. We wait for our lunch to be served. We wait for the workday to be over. We wait for our favorite TV show to begin. But you know what's waiting for you now? The world. Enjoy Emirates special fares to many exciting destinations around the world and earn double Emirates Skywards miles. Book by 10th September for travel from 3rd September 2018 until 31st March 2019. Conditions apply. Visit emirates.com/gh.
Bibiara wa melkom Luciano le melkom Nofiano ye melkom. What are you looking for? Now one got it all. Great discounts, don't do. Yamafia so. Best bargains on our days. Everything here is a bargain. High quality, goods be a priority. So tell your mom, tell Poppy, tell your actually everybody.
At Afrodan, we believe that many of the problems people have with their health is as a result of the way they sit. In other words, your chair can kill you. Here's Dr. Marcus Mann of the Chiropractic and Wellness Center.
What you have to remember is that the spine is the lifeline to your body, and posture is the window to that spine. Now, posture is affected by your daily activities and habits like sitting. That's why at the Chiropractic and Wellness Centers, we recommend what I believe to be the best chairs available for preventing not only subluxations, but also other health problems that you may not be aware of. And that's Rabami and Mobilex chairs. Unfortunately, on a daily basis, I have to correct the effects of this poor sitting habit in our businessmen and businesswomen. Always remember, optimal spine equals optimum health.
So, for the sake of your health, buy Rabami or Mobilex chairs from Afrodan. We are on the first floor of the Swansea Shopping Arcade. Telephone 663-085.
Hey, Kwame, what's up here? My brother, my wife has been diagnosed with cancer. What? My brother is here with kidney disease too. Oh, yeah.
Do you know the World Health Organization estimates that over 16,000 new cases of cancers are diagnosed annually in Ghana, and kidney diseases account for 10% of all medical admissions to Kolebu?
But thanks to Glycocritical Illness Plan, GES, I have spent over 20,000 Ghana cedis on my younger brother's disease. Yeah. What is GES?
Glycocritical Illness Plan, GES, provides you with financial support when diagnosed with any critical illness or dread disease such as cancers, strokes, kidney failures. Speak to GlycoLife today on 0302-218-500 for your GSIP policy. It is definitely in our interest to survive. GlycoLife, we cushion you for life.
Morning Show.
Yeah, you see, this song goes out to all the junior high and senior high students of this country. Yeah, I know you love me and I love you too. Yes, if I go back to JSS, I would have paid attention in class. If I go back, I wouldn't have looked at my French madam's ass. If I go back to JSS, I would have taken my lessons very serious instead of sitting at the back. It's exactly 9 a.m. here on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. Go back to school, like I no go break any rule. We were unable to bring you Hotline documentary today. Apologies. To swim in the pool. But it's always brought to you by Melcom Wear Ghana Shops. Now, the Melcom Back to School promo is back again. Going back to school will be memorable with the Melcom Back to School promotion. Grab items in primary, high school, and college essentials such as exercise books, stationery, fridges, electric hot plates, electric kettle, dry iron with spray, plastic water bottles, school bags, steam iron, bunk beds, lunch box sets, and many more in all Melcom shops nationwide. Melcom, Wear Ghana Shops. Now, text messages are brought to you by Afrodan, your back must last you a lifetime, and Glyco Travel Insurance Policy, we cushion you for life. Afrodan and Glyco are pushing the entire show today because we are running the show on text messages now. But your tweets are also welcome on Joy at Joy997 FM and Joy99.7 FM Facebook. See, my behavior would have been at its best, and my lectures would have been my... Now, Afrodan is offering you today the most comfortable chair in the world, period. The Nightingale Extreme Comfort Chair with over 10 thoughtfully engineered features, especially customized for your health and comfort. So go to Afrodan on the first floor of the Swansea Shopping Arcade and feel this chair. You will be amazed. Wouldn't have smoked weed and got high because you see I really wasn't that kind of guy, and I'm still... Okay, it's 2 minutes past 9. I'll come back to Cassandra. So there was a question that you answered earlier, that's the green and gold track will go to school together, and then they would and then the gold track will come back. Yes, good. Yes, good. But I just saw another one asking how many students are in green and how many students are in gold and how they were chosen. Well, let me begin with how they were chosen. Basically with the numbers. So, for example, if we had 1,000 students going to a particular school, the system or the computer will automatically split them into two, 50-50. So that's how come we had the green and then the gold. But as to how many we have in green and then gold, I will not be able to give you the accurate figure now because of the self-placement ongoing. As they do the self-placement, the system also automatically gives them a track. And so until we are done with that process, I will not be able to give you an accurate figure. But how many do we have so far? Do we have that number now? The unplaced students. I mean the students in the various tracks as of now, before the self-placement?
I can't give you a figure now.
Okay, but how many unplaced students do we have?
We have 67,382.
Okay. So we were assured earlier that it will be taken into consideration, families will be taken into consideration, so that if someone is on one track and his brother is on another track, the parents would like to be able to send both to school at the same time.
Yes, we've had situations. Yesterday I had twins with that...
on different tracks?
Yes, on different tracks, and they came to me and I told, we'll look at it. Of course, once they are twins, you can't also... inconvenience the parents by letting them go on different tracks. So these are genuine concerns that we will look at when they are presented.
When?
Well, we have solution centers in all the regions. All the regional education officers, except Bro and Hafo, whose the solution center has been set up at the Nat Hall in Sunyani. Apart from that, all regional education officers here in Accra, even at the Accra Regional Education Office, there is a solution center. And then nationally, we have set up a center at the Independence Square. And so when you get there, you have twins, you have
children who are going to school at the same time.
We can look at it.
Okay.
Yes,
okay.
Genuinely.
Okay. So when you go there, if you go to any of these solution centers and you have children, any other problems with the double track system, they can be
yes, they can be of help. Yes.
Okay. Bella is asking.
They are not there, Danny. Let me clarify. They are not there to also be changing schools that have been placed here. So I want you to change my school for me.
Okay. Bella was asking if. Let me see that one. If second year students are included, no, but they are included in a semester system. So second year students have semesters, but they don't have two tracks. Okay, let me take this message from Alex. He says, I checked my son's placement yesterday, but I was told he was disqualified because he had either gotten grade 9 in English or maths or both. What does he do?
Yes, so we had such cases. All those who had a grade 9 in maths and English were disqualified. So for them, their option is to reset next year.
Okay. There was this one I just saw. Hello, Daniel. Please, there was an error in the first choice selection, and we made the corrections after checking it with the short code the GES brought out. We submitted the form to the school after the head of the school has endorsed. I personally submitted it to the GES office at the Asokori Mampong district. I'm sure it's what you want to say. But there were no changes done. And now the placement is out. My child is having her second placement with aggregate 7, while a different child with grade 9 is having Holy Child and has been offered to do science. Please, I'd like to know if something can be done about it. Thanks. So I'm glad you added the program that the person who got grade 9 was admitted for.
I do not know what exactly her problem was, but if I get it, we gave them opportunity to text and confirm the choices they made, so that if you have identified an error, we can correct it. So what I'm gathering here is that maybe she identified an error and went to the district education office for them to resolve, and it wasn't done. So that's what I'm gathering.
Yeah, so he went to the Asokori Mampong office, yes, and the officer took his details, yes, but the problem was not rectified.
We told them to compile and then submit to the regional education office for onward submission. And so I would have to find more about this particular case. How? Because if you text and then you realize that there's a mistake, that is the reason why we even asked you to text first. That was 2-3 weeks back when they were doing the confirmation of the schools. So we would have to look at it.
Cassandra, there seems to be a challenge with the placements that some students got. Is there a place where people can come for a resolution of these challenges? I'm guessing this message is, again, my kid's sister got aggregate 11 but was given her fourth choice. Her first choice was Ebri Girls. Funny enough, the other one I read to, the first choice was Ebri Girls. This one to Ebri Girls, followed by Agri Memorial and Ghana National before St. Catherine. So that means you got St. Catherine.
Yes, we have solution centers in all the regions I indicated earlier. So wherever, all the regional education officers, if you have a challenge, you can send your issue there. But with
so
every
for
girl,
issues like this too, they can go to the solution center?
I don't know what exactly. If you fall off your first choice, the second choice, once you have chosen, you have given us 5 schools that in case you do not get your first choice, you want the second choice, the third choice, and you have chosen yourself. So once you have not been given a school outside the schools you have chosen, I think we are all on course with that one.
You see, but then again, some persons, like you said, you have said that some persons would like to see how they placed as per their grades.
Yes, if you want to see, when you get to the center, we can pull it up for you on the system.
Center.
Yes, the solution center. When you get to the Independence Square and you think that you are not comfortable with it, we can key in your index number and then we pull the plate, even the algorithm where your child or your ward fell. Yes. You can see on the computer, and then you'll be satisfied that those even ahead of your ward, if they did not really deserve to be up there.
Okay, so please, you can go and do an audit of how your child was chosen at the solution center.
Yes, if you are challenging and you are not sure, when you come, we'll show
because
you.
a number of these messages are coming in. Now, what's the self-placement portal again?
Well, it's the same portal used to check the placement. You log on to www.csps.gov.gh, and then you enter your 10-digit index number. You add 18, and then you enter your PIN details. Click on submit, and then if you have a placement, it will pop up. If you do not, sorry, you have not been placed. And then on that same portal, you don't close and then open another. On that same portal, you will be directed to the self-placement model, and that is when you go through by selecting the region, the school, the program, and then the residential preference.
So if you are listening, when you go through the process to check your placement and you get that message, sorry, you have not been placed, you click on the self-placement portal on that same page.
Absolutely.
And then you'd go ahead
Yes.
to do the self-placement.
To do the self-placement.
Okay. That means that if you closed it, you have to go through the same process again to get there.
Yes, to get there.
All right, then. I'm going to take another text message. Okay. A little girl in my area goes grade 30 and as such was not given a school. What is the fate of this girl and others? I think this is the one that has to do with the self-placement.
Yes. You read it there.
Yeah. Okay, so you're still listening to the Super Morning Show on Joy FM. A number of these have come through already.
Yo, Richie, I'm down with this one.
It's 11 minutes past 9. GM, I'm Alex. I checked my son's placements yesterday, but I was told she was disqualified. Okay, we've read this one.
This song goes out to all the junior high and senior high students of this country. Yeah, I know you love me and I love you too. Yes, if I go back to JSS, I would have paid attention in class. If I go back, I wouldn't have looked at my French madam's ass. If I go back to JSS, I would have taken my lessons very serious instead of sitting at the back and acting.
Okay, so we'll open the phone lines now. If you have any questions, you can send them through you can call us on 0302 216 541. 0302 216 541. Before I get my first caller, my daughter chose schools in the central region, but she has been placed at Sunyani. Why, Cassandra? This one says my daughter chose schools in the central region, but she's been placed at Sunyani.
She did not choose any school in Sunyani. That's the question we have to find out.
She did not choose any schools in Sunyani.
And so this is also another case that we will look at. And that is why we have the Solution Center, because we place students in schools that they have chosen. So if you have been placed in a school you did not choose, we will have to look at it.
Okay, I've tried checking the placement of my daughter, but the CSSPS system keeps telling me the index number is wrong. It's the same index number I used to check her grade results. Please ask the PRO what it means and the way forward for my daughter. Morrison in Kumasi.
When you enter your index number, you have to add 18 to it. You don't space out your index number and the 18. And so they should take notes. You type in your 10-digit index number and then you add 18, making 12. Do not space. The moment you space, then you are going to receive such a message. So they should re-enter correctly, and let's see.
Okay, Michael wants to know the criteria used for green and gold track grouping. Cassandra said it earlier that as soon as the school gets the total number of students, green plus gold, there's an automatic split. If you are not satisfied with how that was done, go to the solution center in any of the regions, and then we would have those solutions set out for you. You're still listening to the Super Morning Show on Joy FM. This one says, Adam from Dowenya says, since the placement was... Okay, let me take the call of Emmanuel from Ho before I take any more messages. Good morning, Emmanuel. Let's hear you.
Good morning, sir. Thank you for the good work you are doing. Say good morning to my madam over there. We thank God. You see, this program is a very good program. But now, there are a lot of challenges.
Emmanuel.
Yeah.
Yes. For the sake of time, let's go straight to the question, okay? What's the question for Cassandra?
Now, as they are saying that if you don't have aggregate 6, you can't just get the free education. Like somebody who is in a...
that has not been said. I'm sorry to step in like that, but that has not been said, that if you don't have aggregate 6, you won't get access to free SHS. That has not been said anywhere.
Please come again.
I'm saying that no one has said that if you don't have aggregate 6, you won't get free SHS.
Okay, now, my problem is that, like somebody who's having aggregate 7, 9, like according to the discussion you are having over there, if somebody in a remote area and he is having aggregate 9, aggregate 12, and he is just moving from school to school, I think it's a little bit disturbing. So the stakeholders must go to the discussing table and see how far to solve this problem. Because in the Bible there is a saying, the gospel according to Luke, chapter 14, verse 28 and 31. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Emmanuel from Ho. Kofi from Adenta. Kofi, what's your question, please?
Good morning.
Yes, good morning.
I want to find out. I had a challenge. My son chose a school. I mean, I think with her mom, they are out of Accra. And then the school they chose, the first choice, you got it all right, but we realized that it's a day school, and we would prefer a boarding school. Is there something that can be done in such a case? That the second choice, which is a boarding school, can be taken, even though he's got the first choice, which was a day school.
So you would prefer the second choice?
A boarding. I mean, I think we're looking for a boarding, but I think in their choice, they didn't know that school was a day school.
Okay. Right. Thank you, Kofi. Let's pick Joan from Ashaiman. She also has a question. Good morning, Joan.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, please ask your question.
Please, my question is that if you go for your prospectus, when are you supposed to start classes?
Okay, so if you go for your prospectus, when are you supposed to start classes? Let me ask, what track is your ward in?
Track green.
Green, so their first track?
Yes.
Okay. Is there anything more you'd like to ask?
And my problem is because after the prospectus, if you go for the prospectus, you have to buy their things.
Okay, so you'd like to know when classes are starting. All right. Yes, I'll put that to Cassandra for you. Thank you. Any more? Okay, let me take answers to these few questions that have come. Let's take Joanne's question first, Cassandra. If you go for your prospectus, when do classes begin? Is it immediate or there's a time duration?
Well, the green track will go to school on the 11th of September. So if you go for your prospectus, what you can do is to be fast and then buy your things. Of course, we had a challenge with school fees and all of that. And because of free SHS now, you aren't paying. So that money part is gone. So once your child is home and you know that she'll be going to the boarding house, I know some parents who have started getting their, certain petty things like the undies and pomades and all of that. These are some little things that you have to get. But you also have to be very fast to get the things. You get to the market, get them, and then you bring your ward to school.
Okay. What about Kofi from Adenta, who wanted to know if he can change the school because it's a day school in another region?
You know, they were asked to choose 5 schools, and they were to give us 1 day school. That was compulsory. So if you chose Achimota as your first choice, boarding, it's possible that you can also choose the same Achimota as day because Achimota is within your catchment area. So we would have to find out why the ward had the first choice but was given a day status. Maybe, I'm not sure, maybe the child chose it and chose day. So when you come and you are not sure, we'll pull the details for you to see that indeed this same first choice that your child chose, the option was day. You can choose one school twice. Achimota can be twice on your choice form. But
one will be day,
exactly,
one will be boarding.
And one will be boarding.
Okay.
So if you don't get the boarding space in Achimota, you have told us that if you don't get it, we should give you day because it is
well,
closer
that's
to you.
not what Kofi from Adenta did. Kofi chose, well, his wife and his ward chose a school and they got day for their first choice. They want to know if they can change it.
If you have given a status, once you have chosen, it cannot be changed. So when you come and we look at it, we pull out your choice form and we realize that indeed you chose the day for the school. It cannot be changed.
So what happens to him? He can't go and...
But you chose it. If you didn't...
But mistakes can be made, can't they?
No. When you come, we'll look at it.
So there is a way that it can be worked out?
Yes, when you come, we'll look. That is why we have the solution centers. We just cannot change all residential preferences.
Okay.
But we'll look at it, we'll pull up your choice form and see whether indeed you chose the day or whatever. And then we can change it for you if it is genuine.
Okay, Kofi from Adenta, if you're in Adenta, you can go to the Accra Regional Office or you can go to the Solution Center at Independence Square.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Kofi Bajuma has been on the line for a minute from Kumasi. Good morning, Kofi.
There's one question that
Kofi has been here for a while, so let him ask his, then you add it. Kofi, go ahead.
Yes, good morning, Daniel. This is Kofi Bajumba. I have a question. Now, my question is, we have been practicing this grading and aggregate in placing the students for some time now. And every year, it seems we encounter same problem. People have not been placed. Now, what I want to ask is this. Can't we put all of them together when we know that 500,000 students have passed? Then we put all of them together. Then we share them to the schools equally without using any grade or aggregate or whatever, so that this problem can be solved once and for all. Can this be done? Thank you, Daniel.
Thank you, Kofi. Asempa is on the line from Eyikuma. Good morning, Asempa. Good morning, Asempa. Okay, we've lost Asempa. I would ask that we hold on for a moment. Let's take the answer to the Kofi Bajume's question and then to the first one, and then we move on. Cassandra.
For me, I think Kofi Bajumba is giving us a suggestion, which is a laudable one. And for now, that's the policy. We are using the grades, and where there's a tie, we split with the raw score. And so we will take note of it and see how best it can be used. His suggestion that we put all of them together and share them. So I think it's a suggestion.
Okay.
And so the first one was talking about somebody who is in the remote area and had gotten a grade 9 or others and will be struggling for school. That is the reason why we have the 30% allocation for public schools. In all the schools we are talking about, in all the oversubscribed schools or the what we call the elite schools, the Wesley Girls, the Infancy PIMS, and all of that, we have 30% for those who attended public schools. And so don't be surprised if you go to Wesley Girls and find a grade 10 or maybe a grade 15 in the school. You ask where the person is coming from. The policy is that we want to give those candidates or students also in the remote area the opportunity to get access to these schools. Your school, Daniel, in Fansipim. Somebody at the Sansi Bontefufu must have the opportunity to get to that school. Yeah, so we have that 30% for them. So the first person who asks about somebody in the remote area, he shouldn't worry. The policy is catering for such people that if you have coming from a public school, you would get a place in, and then the score would also be high.
All right, it's 23 minutes past 9 on the Super Morning Show. We'll take some more messages. But then let's take let's take these messages first, and when we come back, there are some interesting messages coming here, interesting questions coming here. She's asking us to buy the card from post offices, internet cafes, or rural bank. I went round town to these places. I could not get a card to buy. Was a cut-off grade for a school like Wesley Girls because my daughter had aggregate 8 and they didn't place her. If double tracking is supposed to get more students into the school of their choice, how can someone with such an aggregate couldn't get a place? And what's the intake capacity and how many students chose Wesley Girls? The girl is depressed because the second choice is not good enough. They shouldn't play with the lives of these little ones by taking them through these traumatic situations. Thanks, Emmanuel in Accra. Okay, I'm not reading it for you to answer now. We'll address these messages after this break.
Possibilities. Africa is filled with them. People are going places. Businesses are starting up. Things are happening on our continent every day. And as a forward-looking organization, we believe there's no better time or place to do business than right now in Africa. That's why, as one of the largest companies listed on the GSE Top 40 Index on Africa's largest stock exchange, we deliver world-class expertise to grow businesses. So, if you want to go from local to international, we are a truly African organization with global reach. ABSA Group, proudly serving Ghana as Barclays. For more, visit absa.africa. This message is brought to you by ABSA Group Limited.
The Association of Ghana Industries, AGI, in collaboration with the Ministry of Trade and Industry and the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, presents Ghana Industrial Summit and Exhibition 2018 under the theme International Partnership for Value-Added Industrial and Local Content Development from the 18th to the 20th of September at the Accra International Conference Center. GISE provides massive strategic networking opportunities for local and international participants, plus an interactive knowledge platform of stakeholders and players in various sectors of industry. Sponsors: GNPC, Rosatom, VRA, Deloitte, Newmont Ghana, Republic Bank, GCB Bank, Baroque Ventures, and Backpress. Media partners: Joy Business, Graphic Communications, BNFT, and Ghanaian Times. For inquiries on exhibition space and conferences, call 0244-933-106. Be a partner to drive industrial growth.
With MTN Protect, this is my story.
All these downloads, and I still have so much memory thanks to the cloud backup.
Oh, wow! Thanks to the anti-theft feature, I can track and lock my phone even when it goes missing.
What's your story? Make the right decision by securing information on your mobile phone with MTN Protect. Text SD to 1359 and experience real security solutions like cloud backup, antivirus, anti-theft, and a lot more everywhere you go.
There's a reason everyone talks about togetherness. The strength in numbers, the longevity of community, the success togetherness brings. So it's a good reason that the Ghana Stock Exchange set out to bring companies and investors together to foster business growth and fuel individual wealth creation together. Because when we come together, things work for everyone's good. Raise long-term capital for your business or buy shares on the Ghana Stock Exchange today and see the prosperity it brings to all. Visit us on the 5th and 6th floors, City House, Liberia Road, or call us on 0302-669-908 or 669-935 or visit www.gse.com.gh or talk to a licensed stockbroker for more information. Ghana Stock Exchange, bringing companies and investors together since 1989.
Getting extra sports channels for a whole week will feel like when your team scores a goal in the final against your friend's team.
Yeah, take that. You see that?
Pay your DSTV on time and get a 7-day sport upgrade at no additional cost. That means Access and family customers get Compact Sports channels, while Compact and Compact Plus customers get premium sports channels. Now that's a reason to celebrate. DSTV thanks. T's and C's apply.
Charlie, what be your thing? Stand big, Brian, yeah, baby. Yes, My body, what's your thing? Know your thing. You for do your thing. My body, what's your thing? Know your thing. You for do your thing. My body, what's your thing? Know your thing. You for do your thing. Stand big bang go help you to do your thing. To do your thing. Go support your thing. Stand big. Them go do your thing. Stand big. Go support your thing. Stand big bang go help you to do your thing.
Hi listeners, I am Agnes Bell Edem Carter by name, but love to be called as Miss Journalist. My dream is to become a renowned journalist in Ghana. My passion of becoming a TV anchor cum journalist is taking shape at where I am today, Blue Crest College. Guess what? I'm at Blue Crest Media Lab recording, and this can tell you how close my dream is becoming a reality. Millions out there with aspirations to become a renowned journalist, come and experience Blue Crest College.
Choose Blue Crest College. For admission, call or WhatsApp 0263 011 390 or 207 783. Visit our website bluecrest.edu.gh. Blue Crest College, education for life.
It's 9:30 here on the Super Morning Show. Enjoy 99.7 FM. You can call us with your questions on 0302 216 541, 0244 340 437. You can call us and you can ask questions of Cassandra Chum Ampofo. She's our guest today. She is the PRO for Ghana Education Service, and she's answering any questions you have about the placement system, about the double track system, about the reopening of SHS. Before I take any more questions on the platform, from listeners, this came up this morning during the online review, and the Ghana National Association of Teachers is calling for an extension of the reopening date because parents, because of the challenges that have come up as a result of the system, because of the placement. Will GES consider that?
Really, I have not heard this, Daniel, and so I would have to convey the message to my bosses, my Director General, and see. NAT is a stakeholder, and so whatever they suggest, we also consider. So we'll see if management will give it.
Will it be possible?
I cannot say that for a fact now.
Okay. Asempa is on the line from Ayikuma. Good morning, Asempa.
Good morning.
Yes, let's hear your question.
Yes, please. My issue is that, first of all, what the GES PRO said, that 30% has been reserved for public schools. To me, it's not entirely true, because one of my girls had 7. Chose Achimota, but didn't get it. One also had 8, and then chose a Blue Girls and didn't get it. And these are all from deprived areas. Now, my second issue, one of my boys had grade 8 from Congo. Congo is a deprived village in the South Sudoku district, and chose Achimota and didn't get, and was given a Pampam Day School somewhere in the eastern region. Now, this guy cannot go there. So I want to find out what can be done.
What courses did they choose?
Earlier that nothing can be done, but sometimes I think we make mistakes. Sometimes let's get some human face so that we'll see what to do.
Asempa, what courses did they choose?
They chose science.
All 3 of them?
But from deprived villages, deprived areas.
Okay.
Deprived areas.
Okay, thank you. And we'll take a few more questions and then Cassandra will answer them. Nee is calling from Asylum Down. Hello, Nee.
Yes, all right. Okay, I want to just make a comment. You said something earlier on that, is it not possible to make mistakes? Well, I don't think we should allow mistakes in this. If you are applying for a visa to go to the U.S. embassy or to the British embassy, when you make mistakes, they refuse you. Then you apply again. So you should try not to make mistakes.
You have a point there. Fair point.
Who said
Fair points, Ni.
You can go through this without making a mistake. You can go through this without making a mistake.
Fair points, Ni. Thanks for calling. Let's go on with some more questions. Good morning. My son had 2 in French and 1 in other subjects. His best 2 subjects included French. Why? I also want to ask if the card used to check the results is different from that of the placement, and if the self-placements that school is not given, and if after the self-placements that school is not given, what's the way forward? Cassandra.
Once you do the self-placement.
Okay, hold on to that. Hold on to that thought for a moment. Let me pick this phone call first. Ajimai Joseph is on the line. Good morning, Ajimai.
Good morning. I hope you're doing well.
I am blessed. Let's go ahead.
Yeah. My simple question is the placement based on the performance, like the aggregate the person obtained? If, let's say, the person has chosen Achimota, and because of the aggregate the person has obtained, they have to change the person from the first to the second. Like instead of starting this September, they have to wait for the other, the second batch because of the performance that the person got, obtained.
It's not based on performance. The 2 tracks are not based on performance, Ajimai.
The aggregate is not based on...
No, the 2 tracks are not based on aggregate.
And can your school be changed based on your aggregate?
Okay, I'll give that question to Cassandra. Mustafa is calling from Kumasi. Good morning, Mustafa. Good morning, Mustafa.
Good morning.
Yes, what's your question?
Actually, it's a problem. My brother's result was pending, and actually it was released 2 days ago. But as it stands, we can't check his posting. Whenever you try checking, then they tell you that his index number is wrong.
Okay. Would ask Cassandra to look at that as well. I can take one more caller, and then we would... okay, let me start with... Cassandra will answer these questions. Okay, this is Na. Na, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Daniel.
Now, please reduce the volume of your radio set, and then let's go ahead.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, is it okay now?
It's good now. Let's hear you.
All right, thank you. My name is Na from North Carnation, and my issue is my younger sister completed last year, and we went to the school. She had Margaret Mary with aggregate 15. We went to the school. The head said there's no space, the place is full and all of that. So she can't admit her. So we tried getting other schools for her. We tried several times. No, nothing. Like, we couldn't do anything about it. We got Accra Girls. The head said we should wait till next term. When next term, she said she can't admit her, but we should wait till this academic year. But there's some re-entry form. This re-entry form, we tried severally. If you go, you ask, they tell you it's not in, it's not in, it's not in. And this year too, the results are out. She didn't register for the February thing because we had no idea. So I'm asking, what do we do now? Will she get a chance to any school now? Should we go to the solution centers or something? What should we do? Thank you.
Thank you, Na. Very, very interesting situation there. Let's start with that one. Cassandra.
Well, now I want to find out whether the sister sat again for the exams. I told you, Daniel, earlier that before you come back into our system, the policy is that you have to write the private BEC. Did she? Or
she said she did not.
She did not. Then it means that she would have to register. I know they register around October, November. WAEC does that. And then they write the exams in February the following year. So it means that they should, watch out for the registration dates, and then the sister can register and sit for the exam.
Okay.
And then somebody also...
Before you take those questions, let me take the last call from Selom from Jamestown. Good morning, Selom.
Yeah, good morning. Yeah, I want you to ask the madam for me, when you were talking about a re-entry, you said they have cancelled it. And then if maybe you couldn't go to the school this year, and the following year you have to go and write exams. What about if somebody got an accident and the accident took him or her at the hospital for a whole 1 year? Or maybe you are struck down by a disease, something like that, for about 1 year, whilst your result is about grade 6. is it prudent that the person should write again before entering the secondary school? Thank you.
Thank you very much, Selom from Jamestown. We'll take these commercials. We'll be back to take the answers to your questions. Stay with us.
Join the Laugh Cousin Fiesta with the best of African comedians at Glow Laughter Fest at Fantasy Dome, Pavilion F, Trade Fair Center, Accra on the 9th of September, featuring Basketmouth, Bovi, Salvador, Senator, Dan the Humorous, Chemical, Shaylo, Godons, Jacinta, DKB, and Foster Romanus. To gain entry, just dial *5301# and use 20 Ghana cedis on voice or 30 Ghana cedis on voice and data within 30 days. Glow Laughter Fest. Don't miss out.
Tickets available at all Glow World shops nationwide. The grandmasters of data. Glow Ghana.
Every day we wait for so many things. We wait for the bus. We wait for our lunch to be served. We wait for the workday to be over. We wait for our favorite TV show to begin. But you know what's waiting for you now? The world. Enjoy Emirates special fares to many exciting destinations around the world and earn double Emirates Skywards miles. Book by 10th September for travel from 3rd September 2018 until 31st March 2019. Conditions apply. Visit emirates.com/GH.
I am Dr. Acacia. Acacia gives your workers the best customer service and treatment options when the need arises, keeping them healthier and more productive for your business. Acacia Health Insurance. We place value on those you value.
Same great bank, helping you grow.
Do you have challenges transferring money to your friends or customers with accounts at other banks? Are you worried at the delays with other banks' checks you deposit into your account? Do you have challenges paying your workers or suppliers instantly across banks? You don't need to wait for 2 days anymore. Walk into any ADB branch today and send your money instantly to any account in Ghana, or link ADB Instant Pay to your accounting software for all salaries and payments. You can also access ADB Instant Pay service on our mobile banking app, internet banking, and *767#. ADB, truly a Greek and more.
Blow the candles, sound the trumpets, and scream! Media is 50! Media, your #1 air conditioner and appliance manufacturer, is 50 years old. 50 years of top-notch quality, and we're celebrating it big. Starting from 15% discount on appliances from any Media showroom or authorized reseller. Join the celebration of Media at 50. We have amazing home appliances at great discounts. Tabletop fridges starting at 499 Ghana cedis. 4-burner gas cookers starting at 799 Ghana cedis. Chest freezers are also starting at 799 Ghana cedis. Blow the candles, sound the trumpet, and scream! And so many appliances for you to choose from. One so better, dear. Remember, it's a celebration. It's Media at 50 big sales on appliances. Visit a Media showroom or authorized reseller now, or call us on 0503 400 600. It's the Media at 50 promotion. Terms and conditions apply.
Foreman, how can I say the screening be smooth, perfect, where it drive fast like that?
Contractor, I always tell you, say, interface self-leveling screen be the best solution. It drive fast, where they make the job net. In fact, it pass analog. This be original digital interface self-leveling screen.
Hey, babe, I hear you, Interface Man.
Interface Limited is the leading supplier and installer of finishing input materials for the building and construction industry in Ghana. Call us on 0274 9999 or visit our website at www.interfacelimited.com.
Did you know that bed bugs are dangerous insect pests that cause sleeplessness, tiredness, body rashes, anemia due to blood loss, and general discomfort to humans? Unfortunately, they are so difficult to get rid of. They spread in your beddings, your child's beddings in boarding schools, bags, lockers, clothes, everywhere. You may not see them all, but they are there. That's why you need the Innisfly Bed Bug Solution, a ready-to-use effective solution. All you have to do is shake it and spray infested areas. Wait for it to dry, and that's it.
Yes, spray the bedbugs out with Innisfly Bedbug Solution now. Households, boarding schools, and other institutions with minor and major bedbug infestations.
Call 057770100.
Innisfly, beautiful protection.
Yeah, you see.
This song goes out to all the junior high and senior high students of this country. Yeah, I know you love me and I love you too. AS, if I go back to JSS, I would have paid attention in class. If I go back, I wouldn't have looked at my French madam's ass. If I go back to JSS, I would have taken my lessons very serious. Instead of sitting at the back and acting hilarious with my best friend Kojo, aka Aquarius. If I go back to school, Charlie, like I no go break any rule. Like breaking vows with my friends to Kingsby Hotel just to swim in the pool. If I go back to junior high, I would have gathered the...
It's 17 minutes to the top of the hour here on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. We are here in the studio with Cassandra Chum Ampofo. She is the Public Relations Officer of the Ghana Education Service. She's answering any and every question you have about the senior high school placement, which was done a few days ago. 490,000 students going to school on 2 tracks, green and gold, September 11, November 8. Which track are you on? Which track is your child on? What are your questions? We are answering them on the show. Now, speaking of school, now that you've sorted out which track your child is on, now that you've sorted out which school that your child is in, you need books, you need stationery. Kingdom Books has you covered. From the 1st of August to the 29th of September, there's a 10% discount on all school materials at Kingdom Books and Stationery. You can call ahead of time to book an appointment with Kingdom Books when you want to visit any of their shops on 0501 40 10 50 or 0302 762 101 or log on to kingdomgh.com.
I really wasn't that kind of guy, and I still ain't. Charlie, I know they lie.
Now, as part of the 80th anniversary celebrations, Presbyterian Boys Secondary School and Odadia Global Association, the Presecat presents the Presecat 80 Grand Derby, dubbed Our Powerful Past, Prosperous Present, and Prominent Future. Come, join the Christian gentlemen of the #1 senior secondary school in Africa, Presec, and it hurts me to say that as they celebrate 80 years of their past, present, and future in grand style. Come experience Presec's rich culture, history, and tradition as Odadiers in various professions from archaeology to zoology gather to pay homage to our great school, Presec. Date is Saturday, 15 September 2018. Venue is Presec School Grounds. Time is 10 a.m. prompt. Chairman is Right Honorable Professor Odadia Mike Okwe, Speaker of Parliament. Special guest of honor is His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, President of the Republic of Ghana. And the dress code is Presec at 80th anniversary cloth. Oh, come along and join us. Happy, studious are we.
So I know better. Charlie, you know this.
Okay, so Cassandra is enjoying the music too much. So we would go ahead and then we'll deal with our last batch of questions and then we'll go on. What we've done with the texts that have been coming in are that we've grouped them into broad areas where we are getting a lot of questions in, but we still had a few from the phone calls we hadn't dealt with. So take us through the answer the ones that came from the phone calls, and then we'll do the text messages and then we'll finish.
Well, I had one from Asempa who was saying the 30% slot for the public schools wasn't entirely the truth, and I just want to say that is the policy. We have 30% slot for students in the public schools, so we can't get all of them there, but in each school you have some people coming from the public schools. And then somebody also asked whether what if your school is not given to you after self-placement? Once it is self-placement, it will definitely be given to you.
Okay.
Because they are the schools available and you have chosen to get yourself into those
So if the
schools.
school has no space, they won't put it there?
Yes.
Okay.
They won't put it there.
Okay.
So you get to know the school, the program, and then the residential status there. So you can have a school, the program, and maybe the school might not have a space for boarding or maybe day. So you get to know all of this before you decide to choose. And then another person also asks whether it can be changed. The school can be changed. The school cannot be changed when you have chosen it. You were asked to choose 5 schools. And so if you fell within, if you did not choose and you have a challenge, when you get to any of our solution centers, we will look at it. Because,
okay.
Yes.
I asked for a caveat for people with mistakes, but I remember Ni from Asylum Down insisting strongly, Ni, I acknowledge your feedback.
Yes.
Cassandra, go ahead.
Yes, and then I think I have the last one here, said the result, one of them was pending. Yes, WAEC is releasing some of the results that were withheld. And so if you had your result or your one subject withheld, once it is released, you'll be given a school. And when you log into the system, you'll find where you have been placed. So, and then the reporting time, of course, we said earlier that September 11th, the green track would be going. And then on the 8th of November, the gold track will also go.
Right. Before we go to the last group of questions, I just got this one coming in. Internet cafes in Koforidua are selling the card at 10 Ghana cedis. Are you regulating how much they're supposed to sell the cards for?
We know we are selling it for 5 cedis, but I don't know how. Maybe, you know, people take advantage of situations. They have gone to buy the cards in bulk. The cards in bulk, and so they think that they also have to make some profit. But I just want to appeal to these retailers to tone down, to come down a bit for our parents. You don't have to charge that high. A double of or twice of.
But shouldn't we have told them ahead of time this is how much they're supposed to be sold for? Because you know this is an essential service. This is something that people have to buy.
And that is why our technical team are seriously working on that code, the USSD. Because for that one, if you are able, those who are able to generate on their phones,
they didn't need to buy any card.
You didn't need to buy any card. You only have to get 5 cedis in your mobile money wallet, and it will be deducted. Just 5 cedis. And then you get a message alert with your code given to you.
Okay. Some of these questions were asked earlier, but they keep coming up. If there are general challenges with anything at all, I think it's been mentioned you should go to the solution centers at the various regions.
Yes.
Yes. If persons get schools they didn't choose, you wanted to say something?
No, I wanted to go through the solution centers where they are.
Okay, go ahead.
So in all the regional education offices, but for Sunyani BA, it is the Nat Hall. And then here in Accra, nationally, international, the Independence Square. So when you get there, if you think you have a challenge or you want to dispute your placement, when you come, we'll show you on the system. And you tell us.
You seem very confident.
Oh, yes, because we know what we have
showing
done.
in the system.
Yes,
okay.
We'll show you. And then you get to know those who went ahead of your ward. And you tell us if indeed they did not deserve it to be up there.
When are students reporting for admission? Green and gold track?
Green and gold. In fact, on the 11th, even the gold track can go and begin the admission process and then come back home.
What if they decide not to go on the 11th? Are they able to go on the 8th of November to register to go to school?
Yes, yes. But again, once you are home, between the 11th of September, the green track will be in session anytime. You are not able to even go on the first week of the green track section. You can go before the 8th. We want them to register so that on the 8th, we will not go through another admission process, wasting a week or two, and then so that when they come for the second session, we'll just move straight into classes.
Okay. Thank you very much, Cassandra Chum Ampofo, for joining us. So I brought the song back because when Selom Adadivo started the Agbaja challenge this morning, it seems like it's caught on a bit. So we are going to ask Cassandra as well to do some Agbaja for us this morning. And anyone else who comes into Joy FM studios this morning. So if you want to dance Agbaja, you come to Joy FM studios this morning. But this has been our conversation with Cassandra Chum Ampofo. She's the PRO for the Ghana Education Service. Oh, Cassandra, stand in that. She's a PRO for the Ghana Education Service. We hope all your questions have been answered. If you have any more questions, please go to the Solution Center near you. We'll take this final batch of messages. We'll be back shortly.